You're not audible.
Hello everyone. I hope you all are fine. So I know I think you all might know about our community. So CrossKnot is a coder-friendly community which aims to host various hackathons and coder competitions. For now, we are organizing a hackathon called CrossKnot Hacks, in which you can participate and with your respective teams, and you can avail a lot of interesting prizes. So I would like to welcome Mr. Ashutosh with us. Mr. Ashutosh would speak about overthinking and mental health. So over to you, Mr. Ashutosh.
Hey, hi, hello everyone. And first of all, thanks for inviting me and starting this initiative approach for students. You guys are doing great work for students itself. And yeah, for as of now, today my topic is overthinking and mental strength. And as most of the people know that I'm a content creator and a tech influencer, so it came a question key why I have chosen this topic, or because I'm not a psychiatrist or I'm not a doctor. So basically, we create content on daily basis, and we have to go through a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes our content works, sometimes it doesn't work. We have to think very creatively. We have to think in the shoes of on the consumer. So it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of mental strength to tackle a lot of people, whether it's be positive reactions or negative reactions. So yes, it's true that content creators or the so-called influencers go through a lot of mental traumatic, whether it's be positive or negative. So yes, we need a strategy. You can say we need a strategy, or we need a profound system within ourselves to tackle these situations in day-to-day life. So on the basis of practicality, I think more than psychiatrists and all these professionals, we as a content creators and other also people who face these public reactions in day-to-day life are the ones who are kind of very familiar with the mental strength and managing their stuff in practicality. So when I'm talking about overthinking, so it's I think the most common disease among our generation nowadays, that most of the people are overthinking. They failed in exam, they do overthink. They fail in a relationship, they do overthink. So most of the traumatic things that have happened to our generations, they do overthink on that. So let's come to the basics first. Ki what is overthinking, and what's the origin of our overthinking? So basically, when we analyze ourselves, we are just a collection of memories, a collection of impressions. Whenever we interact with the people in our day-to-day life, we collect memories from them. So now it became our, responsibility, not say responsibility, but it became into our in this profound system that we should manage that memory in such a way that it should not affect us. Instead, it should boost in our day-to-day life. But that's the main problem. Ki, people are not able to connect to the dots, and people are not able to find that way where they can use the memory they have gathered in a very effective way, or in a very efficient manner, so that this memory can be used in a wellness for their career, in a wellness for their mental health also. So that's the main issue we are facing in our this Gen Z generation call. And the whole thing is basically now, the we are repeating over a certain, basically most of the time it's negative thought. So we are and when it comes to positive thoughts, it becomes daydreaming. So if you're thinking if you're thinking positive thoughts, a lot of time it becomes daydreaming. If you're thinking negative thoughts, a lot of time it becomes overthinking. The words are changed, but the concept is same. And when we talk about key why this overthinking, it's just because of the fear that we have gathered within ourselves, that if this this doesn't happen according to the plan, what will happen then? If we will fail, what will be the consequences? So that's the main issue, that we are not ready to accept the negative part. We are just we have just prepared ourselves for the positive part only, that we only need good results. We only want to pass the exams, we don't want to fail. So the concept that I have learned, basically, or I have gathered through a lot of books. I'm a keen reader of reading a lot of books. Basically, I read scriptures. I love those scriptures. whether it's be Shiv Puran and Bhavishya Puran, Shriling Puran. A lot of scriptures I have read. Even Ashutosh is one of my favorite. And you know, if I'm not here, I don't want to compare the strength of those scriptures with those self-development books, because one scripture, even say one Ashtavakra Gita, is equal to thousands of self-development books. So when I came to conquer, like how do I conquer this overthinking traumatic system? How can I do that? So I came to a very efficient solution for that. And that is, according to Ashtavakra, he said that does do not differentiate between good or bad, do not differentiate between big and small. Where there is a differentiation in your life, there will be sadness, there will be misery in your life. So the main point is, okay, if I cannot speak Hindi, so if I just explain in English, so I would be saying ki, just be ready to accept both the situations. And if you are excited, do not sorry, if you are happy and if you got good results, just do not get excited ki, yes, I got these. Do not get too much excited. If you are facing some miseries, or if you got some bad luck, or even if you fail in exams, just don't get depressed, because it's life, it happens, and that's how we learn from it. So the main point is to remain still, to remain stable, whether it's be a bad situation, whether it's be a good situation. The man who remains still, like in Gita it is said that the man who is like the similar behavior within the good situations, within the bad situations, it is the most profound man ever. So that, and when we go in depth over this topic, we came to realize that the this sadness and the happiness is just a myth. When we came to this point of time, we go in very depth. And as Elon Musk has also said, the world we are living in is a simulation, and everything that around us is just a myth, or is just a basically a fake world that we are living in. And it's not in terms of philosophy, it's also basically in terms of science, because the world has been saying that it's just a vibration. So not diverging from our topic, it's just the matter of fact that the things that you're suffering, whether it's be uh, happiness, whether it's be sadness, it's just a myth, and it comes time to time. You have to make yourself, or you have to make a profound system in yourself that you can conquer it every time whenever it comes. And to do that particular thing, there is the only way that I found till now is to remain still, or to remain stable. However, with the situations, not to get excited, not to get, not to get depressed when it comes. And when we talk about the mental strength, the next topic is our mental strength. So when we talk about mental strength, so I found it as a basically a system, a system to manage our thoughts, our memories, and the impressions that we have collected from the people around us. So the basically mental strength is allows you to build a system to manage your memories, to manage your impressions in that way that these impressions or these thoughts and feelings will not hinder you, or will not make you unstable in your life. Instead, you should make a profound system within yourself that these thoughts, emotions, and feelings should help you to move ahead in your life, to move ahead in your career. So that's where I'm talking about the mental strength. So nowadays we see a lot of people, facing issues in depression and overthinking. And I do a lot of Q&As on my Instagram also. And they also, are talking about I do procrastinate and I do overthinking. How do I overcome from that? And I don't have so much, just from my childhood, I haven't, there are ups and downs in everyone's life, but the way of reading, the way no, not the way of reading, the sources of reading that I have read, it never allowed me, or it never allowed my feelings, expressions, or anything to overcome me, to make me depressed, to make me feel so excited that I will lose my temper, or even to I lose my senses. So it's just basically the stillness that remains in a man that makes him actually a man. So whatever be the situations, we first of all we should be ready to face both the situations. whether it's be whether it's be bad situations or good situations. And when there are some times when everything's fall apart, and people often ask me ki, when things are going apart, and even then you're trying, and even then you're failing, and again failing, so what to do at that time? I would say patience. In Hindi, it is called dharya rakhna. So I would say just have patience. The more patience you have, the more strong man you will become, or the more strong woman you will become. So it's just a patience. You know, it will be blunt for many of the people, but even in our scripture, it has been written. There is no such mention of the mental health that people have came up with the new terminologies, that mental health and depression. Even if you talk to some of the philosophers, or even some of the spiritual leaders or gurus, they would say that depression is just a business that people are making out. In USA, people are selling pills for depression. In India, soon it is going to happen that you're going to consume pills for depression. And if you even analyze around you, people are smoking weed. So what's basically that? They are basically, for a little point, for a little certain time, they are trying to forgetting the miseries or the tensions they have in their head. So basically, it is you can say a demo for that. But soon, India will also have such kind of medical system that they will be selling depression pills to help people. Basically, not help people, to make business out of it. Because even now, I have realized that a lot of people is projecting depression as it like it's normal. Like people are projecting depression. Ki it's normal to be depressed. It's normal to cry. But as to be honest, I have read a lot of scriptures, but I will never agree with that, because I have never faced such situations. There are ups and downs in my life, that's okay. And but I will never it should be a strength within you. You're man, come on man, you're a man, you are the most uncommon breed of this planet. We are humans, and we have the most intelligent brain in our head. No one has that. We have the consciousness. Animals don't have consciousness. Only human has the consciousness. So when we are giving us such a beautiful birth on this planet, why to spoil this birth by accepting the terms called depression and overthinking and all such things? Yes, things are bad. Things are there are some situations. There are some hormonal punches also. When you hit puberty, there are some overflow of the hormones. And that also comes to when you connect to someone, or when you connect to an opposite gender, you can. And when they left, it happens in college time. So when they left you, you feel depressed. Now that people are making mistakes, maybe because you should understand the basics of your physicality. You should understand the basics of your basically the mental system. So if I am giving you something, if I'm giving you something, for example, if I'm giving you a notebook, it's your choice whether you accept it or not. It's similar. The concept applies on our emotions and feelings also. If I'm giving you happiness, you will accept that or not. It's your choice. And similarly, if you will hurt them, it's my choice whether I will get hurt by someone words or not. So that's the point I have observed in a lot of people, in especially college time, that uh, my friends are saying ki, I got hurt by that guy, like he abuses me, or that she refused my proposal, something like blah blah that. And I would say ki, uh, why are you giving them the permission to control you? Why they have the button to control you? you know people getting angry at certain situations. I would say they're the most inconsistent, and they're the most sensible people who got angry by someone else. you know it's like you are giving your remote control to someone else. Yes, you can control me, you can make me angry, you can make me hurtful, you can make me sad, you can make me happy. And I think it's the stupidity to give your control to someone's hand. So just understand the physicality of yours. Just understand that you are the owner of your body, you are the owner of your mind. And be like, act like the owner. Don't act like the slave of your body and the emotions. Don't act like uh, the foolish that someone is controlling you. Instead, you should have the full authority over your mind and body. And that's where, when you understand these things, consciousness comes. In Hindi it is called it's called chetana. So when chetana, or when consciousness came, it becomes very easy to take decisions. And it's like the time is running away, and I would like to end this session by just one tip. And we, as a student life, we faced a lot of situations, whether to do these things or not. And I would say, in conclusion, for a few things for overthinking, just remain still, whether it's be good situations or bad situations. In Hindi it is called कि सुख और दुख में समान भाव से रहना ही व्यक्ति को श्रेष्ठ बनाता है. So just remain still, remain calm, whether it's be good situation or bad situation. Don't get excited, don't get depressed very easily. Do not, and the second point is, do not give control of your thoughts and emotions to someone else, that they can make you angry and sad and all these things. And I think, to understand these things, I would suggest you to do a little meditation for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, because that gives you a push to understand yourself, to understand your physicality and the mental strength. And the number three I would say, uh, just don't give up so easily. We have been given this birth. It's not that easy. When you learned about the cosmos, when you learned about the space, how it works, and when you learned about other scientific terms. I'm not saying about just the modern science, as I've said, I've read the scriptures, and I would say we are very lucky to born in this human era, or basically we are not animals. That's the advantage for us. So just, you are giving the birth of a human, you are giving the most profound ever consciousness till now. Make benefit out of it. Don't become foolish with that. You have been given a most powerful weapon that you can tame a lion. A lion is more powerful than you. Even then, you have given that strength that you can tame a lion. So make use of that power. Don't become the slave of that power. So that's where I want to say that, okay, do not become the slaves of thoughts, emotions, body, and mind. Just sit and just think about yourself. Just for one day, think about yourself, what things you are doing, and as these things are really relatable to me. And one last point that I want to convey, or this is the problem for most of the people, whether it's be students or anyone. It's all about decision making. Okay, we are very confused whether to do these things or not. And after reading a lot of things, I came to a very, the best tip of my life is that, when you are going to decide whether to do these things or not, just think about the necessity of that thing. Yes. So in Hindi it is called कि uh, सिर्फ आवश्यकता देखो, क्या उस चीज की जरूरत है या नहीं. So just observe or the think about the necessity of that thing, whether it is necessary to do that or whether it's not necessary to do that. For example, if you are studying in college, and if your friend offers you, yeah, let's have drink, just think whether it's necessary for me to drink or not. If drink, would I die or not? It's very, it became very common sense when you think about the necessity. I'm not saying just remove pleasure from it. When you came to pleasure, then pleasure becomes your necessity. So you should remain unbiased when you are talking about these things. So it's became a life sutra or life mantra for me to always think about the necessity, whether to do things or not. And ta-da, now we are here, and it's become a very beautiful journey for me as of till now as an influencer. A lot of people are loving our content, a lot of people helping us. And I think it's just because I'm able to control my body, I'm able to control my mental strength, and I'm able to make good decisions based on the necessity of that thing, whether it's necessary for my people or whether it's not necessary for my people. In our day-to-day life, there are a lot of things that we take decisions just because our friends are also doing that, so I will also do that. Just don't become the shepherd, don't become the part of that shepherd. I would say, just look at the necessity, whether it's necessary for you, whether it will affect you in long term or in short term. Just think about the consequences of the actions that you're going to take. and it takes a little amount of consciousness, and consciousness came from knowledge or either from meditation. So try any of these things, read a lot of books or do some meditation. You will get consciousness. When you will get consciousness, you will absolutely take good decisions, better decisions. You will not confused in situations whether to do or whether not to do. So just explore, man, just explore. There are a lot of things to do. Just keep exploring, keep learning a lot of things, and always be ready to accept all the situations, even if you are living a life and if you think that you are living a good life, you should be ready that someday someone will tell the type of life you are living was wrong. You are ready to accept that situation also, and when you made yourself to that level that you are ready to accept that point also, I think you became a better man or you became a better woman. So as of now, thanks for joining me, thanks for joining us, and thanks for listening to me. And yeah, best of luck for your career, best of luck for your life, and go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for such an insightful session, which is a part of 36-hour virtual hackathon conducted by our community, CrossKnot Hacks. And you guys can register in our hackathon. We have link in our description, and we have exciting prizes for our top 5 winners and rewards for each participant. So, guys, do register, and thank you so much.